What was the source of your moral authority? That you were the person who could lead this and get it to the point where you could hand it off. And we'll talk about that. But what do you think made up the moral authority you had to, hold the flag, if you will?
Well, when I started Moms Demand Action, I did not mean to start an organization. I thought, oh, I'm going to go join something that already exists. There has to be a Mothers Against Drunk
Right.
Driving already for this issue. So I went online and all I found were think tanks in Washington, D.C., run by men, and city and state organizations, again, mostly run by men. I wanted to be part of a badass army of women. Like I said, that's what I'd seen make change so many times throughout history. And I really think that the fact that I lived in the Midwest, I lived in Indiana, in a suburb outside of Indianapolis. I was a mother of five, right? I think those things gave me credibility with the media. They couldn't believe that this woman in the Midwest was sort of standing up against the gun lobby. But the other thing I want to say, Dove, is, I was a white suburban mom who was afraid her kids weren't safe in their schools.
Mm.
And when you get involved in gun violence, what you quickly realize is that mass shootings and school shootings are about 1% of the gun violence in this country. And I had been ignoring the ongoing gun violence just 30 miles away from my home,
Mm.
right? And so I think it was also ultimately my willingness as a white mom to say, it can't just be about my kids in their school. We have to look at this issue holistically. We have to make sure that we are talking about the gun violence that kills over 120 people every single day, mostly with handguns and mostly in city centers.